The Cincinnati Bengals are back, and day one of OTAs is already delivering drama, grit, and pure football intensity. Rain-soaked fields couldn't slow the energy. Joe Burrow, Shamar Chase, T. Higgins, and rookie standout Germaine Burton hit the turf ready to grind. They started the session indoors with warm-ups and stretches, but make no mistake, these guys wanted to feel the rain. The coaching staff pushed for real-world reps. Slippery balls, wet gloves, game time conditions. It's all part of the plan to sharpen this team into postseason form. But before we get deeper into highlights and headlines, do us a solid. If you're a true Bengals fan, now's the time. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a drop of Bengals news. We've got exclusive updates coming all season long, and you won't want to miss a second. Now, back to business. Let's talk about the wide receivers, because even in the downpour, the intensity was turned way up. Shamar Chase looked locked in. Precise footwork, crisp cuts, and strong hands, even in wet conditions. That kind of control on the sideline is just different. T. Higgins, a mixed bag. On one play, he plucked the ball beautifully out of the air, then lost it on the way down. Frustrating? Sure, but this is what OTAs are for. Mistakes here fuel the adjustments that win games in January. And then there's rookie Germaine Burton. Number 81 flashed serious potential, clean routes, strong hands, and body control that made a few heads turn. The chemistry isn't perfect yet, but the raw talent is undeniable. The focus today wasn't flash. It was function, route discipline, timing, body control in slick conditions. And while a few drops and stumbles made headlines, the underlying tone was clear. This offense is getting in sync, fast. And that's exactly what Bengals fans want to hear. Let's shift our focus back to the field, because the Bengals aren't just showing up, they're evolving. Charlie Jones, the 2023 fourth-round pick, looked noticeably sharper this time around. His roots were tighter, his burst off the line was cleaner, and there's a real sense that he's taking that next step as a contributor in the slot. Right beside him, Isaiah Williams, new to the squad from Detroit, showed flashes of his own speed and agility. He's not just another camp body, he might be a serious piece in the rotation if he keeps this pace up. Now, to the trenches. Defensive tackle BJ Hill was seen without his walking boot for the first time, a great sign for a defense that desperately needs consistency up front. It's clear he's trending in the right direction as he works his way back to full strength, but not all the updates are positive. Shamar Stewart, still unsigned, still on the sideline. It's another missed day of reps for a player who could be vital if Sam Hubbard's availability becomes a question. The Bengals' pass rush, already ranked 26th in sack percentage last season, can't afford to drag their feet here. Getting pressure on the quarterback is not optional. It's the core of any successful defense. Trey Hendrickson's situation adds another layer. He's one of the few elite pass rushers in the league, and yet he's still waiting. For a deal, for clarity, for respect. The longer this stretches out, the more pressure the front office will face. Time on the field is invaluable, and every missed practice rep is a step back. Meanwhile, the offense continues to do its thing. Joe Burrow led reps with confidence, dialing into timing routes with T. Higgins and Shamar Chase. You can feel the chemistry returning, quick breaks, sharp cuts, high-velocity throws into tight windows. It's practice, sure, but this is where champions are built. The Bengals aren't easing into the season, they're accelerating toward it. But the clock is ticking on decisions that could define their defense. Let's zoom in on one of the biggest highlights of today's session. Joe Burrow locking in with his top targets despite slick, rainy conditions. It started with precision. Burrow zipping a quick speed out to Shamar Chase, testing those sideline toes in the wet grass. This wasn't about highlight reels. It was about discipline, timing, and repetition. No flashy 11 on 11s or 7 on 7s today. Those clips are kept under wraps to protect schemes and keep future opponents guessing. But what we did see was telling. Burrow began his reps targeting the left side, finding Chase working the edge. Then came the switch. Burrow flipped the focus right, where T. Higgins awaited. It's part of the rhythm they're building. Burrow adjusting to his two alpha receivers from either hash, keeping the defense off balance from snap one. Now, let's talk trenches. Today offered the first clear look at a potential starting offensive line, and there were a few surprises. Anchoring the left side was the familiar force of Orlando Brown Jr. at tackle. No shock there. But next to him, Dylan Fairchild at left guard taking reps with the ones, a notable development. Center duties stayed with the reliable Ted Karras, while right guard saw Lucas Patrick, the former Saint, taking snaps. And at right tackle, the towering rookie, Amarius Mims. That lineup, Brown, Fairchild, Karras, Patrick, Mims, isn't set in stone, but it's a major hint at how the coaches are evaluating chemistry and performance early on. What does this mean for guys like Cordell Volson and Cody Ford, who had been regulars in those guard spots? It's too early to say. This could be a rotation trial, or it could signal a deeper shift in the pecking order heading into camp. Also spotted on the field was Mike Gesicki, getting early reps at tight end and beginning to integrate into the offense. Unfortunately, Eric, presumably Eric Smith or Eric Tomlinson depending on roster status, was not seen today, but more clarity should come in the next few practices. The Bengals aren't just fine-tuning, they're restructuring, and it's clear they're attacking this offseason with urgency, vision, and zero tolerance for stagnation. One tough piece of news out of camp: one key player is officially out for the season. It's a blow, especially for fans who are eager to see his breakout year. His absence leaves a gap, and now it's all about who steps up to fill that role. But not all surprises were setbacks. One of the most intriguing moments of the day came from an unexpected formation. Lined up in the backfield, none other than Ja'Marr Chase. Yes, you read that right. Chase took a few reps beside Joe Burrow, hinting at a potential wrinkle in the Bengals' offensive arsenal. Could we see more of Chase running wheel routes out of the backfield, drawing mismatches against linebackers and safeties? It's a creative twist that could add a dangerous layer to an already explosive offense. If that was just a preview, defensive coordinators around the league might already be sweating. And before we wrap it up, let's not overlook the craftsmanship on display. One rep stood out as a statement. Toe drag swag from Ja'Marr Chase on a sideline catch that had the entire sideline buzzing. In full stride, in the rain, and with total control. That's the kind of execution that defines elite players. So as day one wraps, here's the big picture. The Bengals stars are grinding. The formations are evolving. The offensive line is being reshaped. And there's a real sense that this team is not just preparing for a season. They're chasing something bigger. Let us know your thoughts. Who stood out the most to you in this OTA update? The wide receivers made noise. The trenches got shuffled. And the playbook? It's starting to reveal some tricks. As day one of OTAs wraps up, there's still plenty we haven't seen. 7-on-7s and full 11-on-11 team drills are coming, and with them, a clearer picture. But already, a few key storylines are taking shape. Dylan Fairchild's emergence along the offensive line continues to be one of the biggest surprises. Slotted in at left guard with the first team unit, he's proving that off-season preparation matters. His rise could reshape the Bengals' protection scheme moving forward. Germaine Burton is another name worth spotlighting. The rookie wide receiver has looked sharp so far, strong routes, confident hands, and he's working his way into Burrow's trust circle. He may not be a featured weapon yet, but the potential is real, and he's making an early case for reps. From the backfield, 6th-round pick Tahj Brooks is a name to remember. While Zach Moss and Samaje Perine are expected to handle much of the load, Brooks brings a fresh dynamic. Whether it's special teams or rotational snaps, he may find a role sooner than later.